Our smartphones, even though were lightning fast when we first bought them, start to get sluggish as time passes. Using the phone doesn't feel as smooth as it did on its first day. Sometimes the problem isn't that it's getting old, it's that we haven't paid attention to what we're doing wrong. I'm Cbex and today we'll talk about how you can boost up the performance of your Android device. I'm using the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus as my daily driver. Even though it's a 2-year-old phone, it still is fast and smooth, running the latest Android version Android 10. But I made this video for the sake of the people who still are using phones that are way older and slower. The first few things are very basic things, but most of the people still don't do it. That is clearing up the app drawer after using the apps. If you're not using those apps, the phone still tries to keep them loaded on your phone, so clearing them out is a good option. You should also try to keep the home screen of your phone clean. Try to have the least number of apps on the homepage as you can and remove unnecessary widgets if they are present. They don't take much of your performance, but it shouldn't be neglected if your phone is getting sluggish and slow. The next thing you have to consider is to turn off unnecessary functions that are enabled on your phones, such as Bluetooth, NFC, AutoSync, mobile data, and others. If your phone has an always on display mode, make sure to turn it off as well. One of the worst things we do to our devices is that we don't clear up its storage. The software needs space to operate smoothly, so at least 10 to 15% of your system storage should always be free. That includes removing the unnecessary apps installed. Just go to the settings of your phone, then go to apps. Here you'll see a list of all the apps installed. Select the ones that you don't want to use and delete them. Some apps consume a lot of your battery. These apps are the ones that remain open in the background or use your CPU's power even when you're not using them. To change that, you can find the battery settings in your phone or you can simply search for it. Here in battery usage, you'll see the list of all the apps and how much percent they are being used. If you think any app is using more than usual, you can put the app to sleep or force it to stop. Another mistake the Android users do is that they install battery optimizer apps in their phones. They seem like they work, but they're totally garbage. Plus, you also have to deal with all the ads at the same time that they bring along. Don't install these apps on your phones, and if you have already, removing them is the best option. One thing that you can do is to clear the cache memory of the apps. Apps use cache memory as temporary memory to load your apps faster. It usually takes a very small space, but sometimes it gets bloated and can take up to 1 or 2 GB of your storage. All you have to do is to go to settings, open the apps list, then select the apps that you want. Go into its storage and clear the cache memory of any app that is taking storage more than it should. Almost all of the phones have a device care system installed. It's usually in the setting app with the name of device care. Go to that tab and go to storage. Here it gives an overall data of what part of your storage is being used where. This is helpful to locate all the unnecessary stuff installed on your phone, such as pictures, videos, and apps. Clearing out the storage will surely reduce the load on your phone. If you use social apps a lot, they can cause your system to slow down as well, as with every update they make the apps more stable and more powerful, so it's hard on the old devices. You can install the light versions of these apps which can easily be found in the Play Store. There are light versions of Facebook Messenger, Skype, and others more. There is another trick to make it seem like your Android phone is faster. That is by going into developers mode. And the way you do it is by going into settings. Now my developer options are already enabled because I've done it before. But what you have to do is to go to about phones, then go to software settings, then you have to click on build number 7 times until it says developer mode is enabled. Then go back and find developer options. Here you have to scroll down until you find Windows Animation Scale. These are the settings of how quickly the animations of the apps occur. So turning all the animations off or reducing them to 0.5 times will make it seem like your apps are loading quicker. Now if you scroll down some more, you'll find an option called the background check. Here you'll see all the apps that have permission to run in the background even when your phone is in idle condition. Check if unnecessary apps are allowed, then turn them off. Some Android phones use heavy skins on top of stock Android. Sometimes these skins put some weight on the performance of the phone. So it's better to install a third-party launcher on your phone. I would suggest installing the Nova launcher, and even the Microsoft launcher works well. If none of the above ways work, then the last option you have left is to factory reset your phone. This cleans up your phone's storage and restores everything back to the way it first came. But this would delete all your files that are in your phone, so if your data is important, make sure to transfer it before factory resetting your device. If that still doesn't fix the problem, then I think it's time to throw your phone away and get a new one. And that is all for today. I hope my video was helpful. Make sure to give it a like, and a subscribe would be massively appreciated. So see you guys in the next one. Allah Hafiz.